Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another episode of our WWE 2K16 Universe Mode, and this, which is our second of the quarterfinals here in the Global Cruiserweight Championship. Now, last week we saw Andrew Everett defeating Jack Evans and Kushida defeating Zack Sabre Jr. to make up our first semi-final. Then this evening here we're going to see Jushin Liger taking on Phoenix and Will Ospreay taking on Matt Sydal. The winner of those two matches will join Everett and Kushida in the semi-finals on next week's episode at Main Event to decide our final, which will take place at the Global Cruiserweight Championship pay-per-view event taking place next weekend. So without further ado, let's hit up our first match, Jushin Liger versus Phoenix. So there's confirmation right there. As I mentioned, it's going to be Jushin Liger taking on Phoenix. The winner of this one will be guaranteed a semi-final place at next week's episode at Main Event. And here we go. Salt Lake City, Utah. Getting good at this now, aren't I? I guarantee that will change for the second match, because for some reason it always seems to. I don't know why. It happened in last week's episode as well. You have one match in one arena, or one location, and then in the same Gold Rush tournament, for some reason, the next match takes place in a different arena. I don't know why. That's just the way the game likes to work. It's a bit crazy sometimes. Well, it's a bit crazy all the time, isn't it, really? And Jushin Liger, someone who actually made his debut in NXT last year. How cool was that as well? Seeing Jushin Liger taking on Tyler Breeze. It was a pretty damn good match as well. Just great to see Liger in... it was TakeOver Brooklyn, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it was. What a show TakeOver Brooklyn was. That was incredible. And I think this next upcoming TakeOver Brooklyn is just going to get even better. Especially since Triple H is teasing Nakamura versus Finn Balor. Although rumours has it that Finn Balor could be making his debut up on the main roster very, very soon. Of course, well, from what I've been reading about the draft split, we could be seeing as many as 6 to 10 NXT wrestlers joining up with the main roster with the draft. And of course, I'm actually recording this a little bit ahead of time, so as far as I know, that might have already happened. I haven't got a clue. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think they're going to hold out and they're going to do the draft straight after Battleground or Battlefield, whatever it's called. I forgot what the stupid pay-per-view is called now. But it seems a bit odd because they're on about the first Smackdown episode live is the 19th of July. And Battleground pay-per-view takes place on the 24th. So it seems pointless doing a full draft and everything like that when you've only got 5 days to build up to a pay-per-view. So I think they're probably waiting until after the pay-per-view. I just can't wait. It's really going to make Smackdown such a better show. And I haven't watched I used to watch Raw and Smackdown religiously. Now I watch the majority of Raw, probably fast forwarding through chunks of it. And I haven't watched Smackdown in absolute years because there's no reason to. Ever since they got rid of the last draft split, I just haven't watched Smackdown at all. As soon as they made it into a Smackdown Super Show, which ended up just taking all the talent away from Smackdown and giving them no one in return, it just hasn't been good. It just hasn't been worth watching. As Jushin Liger and Phoenix, clean break there in the corner. Now Phoenix getting behind Jushin Liger and showing some great collegiate wrestling there. Why is that big noisy beepy thing going on my computer? God knows why, but I've got rid of it. No, I haven't. No, it's popped up something else now. Oh, it's all going crazy. What's going on? Right, I'm back. What did I miss? Did I miss like 4 brain busters at a shooting star press? Referee's going to have to break this one up. Once again, Phoenix pressing Jushin Liger up against the ropes, and again a clean break. I can see some magic coming from this match, I really can. Oh, big overhand chop there by Phoenix. Now joins Jushin Liger on the outside. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head now who these guys defeated. I've got a feeling that Jushin Liger defeated Kota Ibushi, and I've got a feeling that Phoenix defeated Angelico. I might be wrong on that, but it's been a while since I recorded the qualifiers, so I might be completely wrong. Although, I might be getting this completely right. Who knows? I could be that good. Phoenix now bringing Liger back up to his feet. But Liger playing possum sends Phoenix right into the ring post. Now, this is a more of aggressive style that I didn't think we were going to see here today, as Phoenix and Liger both come back into the ring as referee reaches a 6 count. And Liger catches Phoenix with that big clothesline and a boot to the back as well. Now just wrenching the arms of Phoenix back, and Liger just slowing this match down. I think he knows, Liger, the more experienced man, I think he knows that Phoenix is going to want to try and get the momentum. I'm going to try and outpace Liger, and Liger's doing whatever he can to keep Phoenix grounded, which is a very, very wise thing to do. Reverse suplex there by Liger. And would it be great for a high-flying junior heavyweight legend that is Jushin Liger to be our first Cruiserweight champion here in our universe mode? That would be pretty damn cool. But it looks at the moment Jushin Liger is dominating the majority of this match, so who knows? Liger now stamping on the gut of Phoenix, who is struggling. Phoenix back up to his feet, and Liger brings him completely back up to his feet. Are we going to potentially see a Liger bomb here? Takes him up, and there's the Liger bomb. And that could be enough, you know. That could be enough. I don't know why he didn't sit out for the pin. Now he goes in for the pin. If he just sat out into the pin, he might have had more chance of picking up the victory there. Took a little bit too long. Liger now locking Phoenix into the front chance. He brings him up against the ropes. And just clotheslines him to the outside. And oh, Liger looks to be lining Phoenix up here. We're going to see Liger fly. We do straight over the top and catches Phoenix perfectly. Great move there by Liger. And that's the sort of thing that I'm really looking forward to seeing more of in Smackdown. So big high-flying maneuvers like that. Can you imagine a Fatal 4-Way match where we've got people diving outside the ring, left, right and centre? It's going to be incredible. I'm so looking forward to having the Cruiserweight Championship. Something that I absolutely love. I really used to love it loads in WWE, and for it just to disappear into obscurity like it did and just no longer exist, it makes no sense to me. I think they've got people now, and with the way that they hire people now in the WWE, I think they've definitely got enough talent to bring it back. And maybe with a roster split, that's something they might just do, especially with the Global Cruiserweight Championship. If they're looking to bring in guys like Noam Dar permanently, we know that Rich Swann, who's in the competition, as well as Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano, also been working at NXT. I don't think they're signed up officially yet. I don't know if they have been signed up or not, or if they're still just working from show to show, because I think they're still working indie dates as well. So I'd hope to see them get signed up at some point, because they're both fantastic wrestlers. And as part of the Global Cruiserweight Championship means they might be part of any potential future Cruiserweight division as well. And the fact that they've got guys like Tommaso Ciampa in there sort of shows that they're not being as rigid with the Cruiserweights as they were before. And I think that's a good thing. This whole thing about having to lose weight to get underneath the weight limit. I know we saw that with Matt Hardy a few years back with him with Shannon Moore. He was in the toilets throwing up trying to get underneath the weight limit. Oh, a big boot to the side of the head of Jushin Liger. And Phoenix could win this one by count out. It's up to a 7 count, the ref, and Liger's not even moving. Phoenix using the environment to his advantage, and this could be enough. Liger's not moving. 9. Liger's back up. Oh, and the referee. Oh, Liger was so close. He was a millimetre away from getting back in the ring. But the referee did not give him the time. I think he was lucky, Liger, to get the amount of time he did. And Phoenix has won this one by count-out. Probably not how he imagined winning it, but I'm sure he's not going to mind too much, because either way, he is through to the semi-finals to face off against the winner of our final match here this evening. That is going to be Will Ospreay taking on Matt Sydal coming up next. But it's a great win this for Phoenix, really defeating one of the legends of the division in Jushin Liger. Granted, it was a little bit of a shifty way of doing it, but I suppose Liger was the one that took him to the outside. He was the one that was using the environment to his advantage, and Phoenix just reversed it into that big boot. Are we going to get a chance to see the big boot? That'd be pretty cool. No, we're not. We just see the count out. You see, referee up to a 9 count, and really the 10 count should be now. But the referee's giving him a little bit of extra time and counts him out as soon as he hits the ropes. As soon as he hits the ring, Liger's counted out, and Liger's not going to be happy with that. But then again, the referee did give him a little bit of leeway, and how long can the referee wait, I suppose? I think a 10 count was fair in that situation, and a great win here for Phoenix. He's through to the semis. And here is that second match of this episode. It's Will Ospreay taking on Matt Sydal. The winner of this one will be joining Phoenix in the semi-finals next week at Main Event for a chance to main event the Global Cruiserweight Championship special pay-per-view. And here we are. Have we changed place? Yes, we have. We're in Baton Rouge, Los Angeles. I've never heard of that before, I must admit. So we have changed place. We were in Utah in the last match. For some reason now we're in Los Angeles. Yeah, yeah, just ignore it. I say just ignore it. It's me bringing it to light. And here we have Will Ospreay, the palest man on the roster. 2 reasons for that. One reason is he's from the UK, so he's quite pale as it is. And the second reason is because the way that someone's done his face scan this year, it sort of left a big white line across his forehead, which you can't see at the moment because of the well-placed coat. But when he takes it off, you can see it quite obviously. So what I've done is I've gone into the Created Wrestler screen and I've slightly reduced his tanned value, should we say, to make him paler. Sort of blends that mark in his head so you can't quite see it. But apart from that, this is a really good Will Ospreay. And I'll be interested to see if he can go on in this competition. He defeated... I want to say he defeated Marty Scurll. Or did he? Did he do it? Or did he defeat... I think he defeated Mark Andrews, actually. I think he defeated Mark Andrews in the first round. And you can just about see that line across his forehead, but I think we get away with it by making him this pale. And of course, he is going to be taking on the other man who made it through from the American qualifiers. That is the former Evan-born Matt Sydal. And I just wonder, actually, this has just popped into my head right now. I've been reading a lot recently that WWE have sort of reached out to quite a few former WWE wrestlers to bring them back for the draft split. And I wonder whether Evan Bourne might be one of those guys that they've got in mind. I don't know what he is like contracted-wise with Ring of Honor and New Japan. Is he just working open contracts? Is he working pay-per appearance? Or is he effectively contracted by them? That'd be an interesting one to have a look into. But if not, then he's the sort of guy that could potentially come back. I know I've been reading that Vince and Triple H are very much interested in bringing John Morrison back, but of course he is currently working for Lucha Underground, and contract things again could be an issue, because I know Ricochet apparently is locked into a 7-year contract with Lucha Underground, which is a pretty insane contract. So I don't know how that works. But the way Lucha Underground's going, it looks like they could reach the full 7 seasons, because it's just going from strength to strength. It's so good. And there's that bloody beeping thing again. Something's installed itself on my computer and it keeps popping up and asking me to update this and update that, and I need to find what it is and delete it, get rid of it, because it's doing me head in. It's doing me head in, it is. I don't know what that was, I don't know why that happened, and I sincerely apologise for that. So this is what happens when I don't record while I'm drinking. I normally drink beer when I record, and today I have no beer, so I do have beer actually, but I'm not going to get one up now. We'll finish. I've only got this match left to do in this episode. I'm sure I can get through the end without a beer. That's why I'm going a bit crazy, because I'm normally drunk by now. I think I've got to a point now where if I don't drink beer, I'm actually stranger than what I do if I do drink beer. I'll get some beer for tomorrow night. We'll do some recordings. I'm trying to get a bit ahead on these recordings now of the Universe mode, so I can start to... I really want to finish off the Fallout 4 series, and I've not recorded any of it for about 2 or 3 months now, and I really want to get back into it. So hopefully, if I can get far enough ahead, I can start doing so. I know that probably doesn't bother many of you, because it's not a very viewed series on my channel. Neither is the Football Manager series, but I need to do things like that every now and again, just to give myself a little bit of a break from just doing the same thing every single night with this game. Because this game and this channel has taken over my life over the last couple of years. I've had no chance to do anything else, really. Matt Sydal, great Hurricane Rana on Will Ospreay. And I fancy both these guys to be strong contenders to actually win this competition. I think whoever wins this match is going to be one of the strongest ones in there. Especially both have got really good finisher maneuvers. Of course, Matt Sydal has that beautiful shooting star press, one of the best hit ones in the, anywhere really. And Will Ospreay now hits the inverted 450, where he, it's difficult to explain, but he does a 450 splash, but he does it from a position where he's facing away from the ring. It's pretty cool. And both these guys doing well, reversing Hurricane Ranas into power bombs. I think the best thing about this match is that both these guys have very similar styles, so they sort of know what the other one's trying to do, what the other one's thinking of doing. So there's a lot of reversals at the moment. Oh, and there's that Eat Defeat, or the I'm trying to think what Chuck Taylor calls it. What does Chuck Taylor call that? I can't remember what he calls it now. Oh, great move there. A running dragon sleeper. Running, well, front guillotine hold, I suppose. It's not a dragon sleeper. That's the way around dragon sleeper. That's a guillotine hold. And Matt Sydal using his strength to bring Ospreay back up to his feet. And Ospreay, though, straight back onto Sydal. Hooks him in. Fisherman suplex. Very loose fisherman suplex, though. And just stamping on the arm of Matt Sydal. And that's probably not the wisest thing for Will Ospreay. You think if you're going to try and take a body part away from your opponent, you want to try and take one of the legs away, especially in a match like this. Great standing Spanish fly by Matt Sydal. He now has Ospreay perfectly positioned. Is he going to go for the shooting star press? No, he goes for the corkscrew senton instead. I thought if he went for the shooting star press there, he could have had a chance to finish this match off, but he doesn't. Will Ospreay now tripping Matt Sydal. Stalking Matt Sydal as he got back up to his feet, but Sydal caught him with that back elbow. Brings him a bit further into the middle of the ring. Now looking for that sunset flip bomb and hits it. Too close to the ropes to potentially go for a pin though. Now what Sydal got in mind? As both guys back up to their feet now, Sydal with that neck breaker, and oh, look where Ospreay's position, perfect. If Sydal wants to go up top, he doesn't. He wants to bring Ospreay away from the ropes, but Ospreay trying to get back up to his feet straight away. Sydal needs to keep him down. Another neck breaker, and he just can't keep Ospreay down. Every time he hits a big move, Ospreay just stirs so much that he has to bring him back up to his feet and try again with another big move. Oh, a fisherman suplex into a Michinoku driver. That is stamping on the gut of Will Ospreay, bringing him back up to his feet once again. Sydal now putting Ospreay against them ropes and sends him straight over the top. Sydal joins Ospreay on the outside. Oh, a big spiked DDT on the apron. We've already seen Phoenix win a match by counter earlier on this evening. A big move like that can be something that leads to that as well. Discus elbow on the outside. If Matt Sydal was wise, he would have just left Will Ospreay there and tried to get him counted out. And Will Ospreay's back up to his feet now, running crossbody on Matt Sydal. I sort of hope Matt Sydal don't come back, because I've just got used to calling him Matt Sydal, and if he comes back, I've got to start getting used to calling him Evan Bourne again. That's just going to confuse me. Ospreay slides back in the ring. Referee's up to a 7 count. Sydal joins in. Up into a Hurricanrana there by Ospreay. Outside he goes. What's he looking for here? He's on up to the top. Referee's right in the way. Is he looking for that inverted 450? No, Sydal saw it coming and makes his way back up to his feet. Ospreay now bringing Sydal away from the corner. Again with that sunset flip bomb. This time holds it in for the pin. 1, 2. Is it going to be enough? Oh, God, that was close. God, that was close. Sydal back up, as is Ospreay. Ospreay catching Sydal with that snapmare. Now just locking in that reverse chin lock. Is it going to be enough to keep Sydal down? The fans on the outside don't like it. They were hoping to see a nice big high-flying match here, and they're not happy now that Sydal has been grounded by Will Ospreay, choking him down. But Sydal straight back up to his feet, catches Ospreay, another neck breaker. Sydal's gone for a lot of neck breakers in this match. Sydal lion salt with a nice little rotation in the air as well. Going in for the pin. This could be enough here. 1, 2. Oh, and again, it was so close to a 3 count. Will Ospreay just about kicking out. Overcastled by Evan Bourne and by Matt Sydal. That's just... I'm just talking about how well I'm doing at calling him Matt Sydal all the time now. Will Ospreay just pointing at Matt Sydal back up to his feet. Catches him. Couple of running forearms. And a Pele kick as well. And Sydal is perfectly positioned. If Ospreay wants to go up top, he does go up top. Is this going to be the inverted 450? It is. There it is. The inverted 450 hits it perfectly. Go for the pin. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. Will Ospreay defeats Matt Sydal And he is going through to the semi-finals of the Global Cruiserweight Championship to face off against Phoenix next week at the... we're going to do it on main event, not Smackdown, I think. Because we've already got enough matches on Smackdown as it is. I think we'll do it on main event. We're probably going to upload it on Wednesday next week because we want to do the actual pay-per-view on the Saturday. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. That is going to be pretty damn good. Looking forward to that pay-per-view now. We now know our 4 semi-finalists. We'll have a look at that before the end of the episode as well. There was that great twisting lion salt by Matt Sydal. Thought that was going to be enough, but evidently it was not. There's the Pele kick, and look where Matt Sydal lands. Perfectly positioned. Will Ospreay goes up top, and here is that inverted 450 I've been talking about earlier on. Beautiful move. He took a few seconds to decide to go for the pin. Maybe didn't believe his luck that he managed to hit all their moves in succession, and that was enough to keep Matt Sydal down. And there we go. Matt Sydal and Ricochet are actually a tag team over in New Japan at the moment, so potentially they could be a tag team in our Smackdown roster as well. Who knows? But let's have a quick look at the brackets and the semi-finals we've got coming up for you next week. And there we go. There is the updated brackets. We now know next week on main event, we're going to see Andrew Everett taking on Kushida, and we're going to see Phoenix taking on Will Ospreay. The winner of those 2 matches will go on to main event our special Global Cruiserweight Championship pay-per-view coming up next Saturday. We're going to have quite a few matches on there. We're going to include all of the cruiserweights that have been involved in the tournament, and of course a few of the guys from Smackdown that are going to be involved in the cruiserweight division as well. And one of the big things we're going to see on that show is going to be a 6-man ladder match. The winner of that ladder match will be crowned the new #1 contender for that Cruiserweight Championship. So that is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, it would be incredible if you'd slap that like button. It really does help me out a lot. And of course, if you are new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well, because there's a lot more of the WWE 2K16 Universe mode coming up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And just to remind you, the next episode of the Global Cruiserweight Championship will not be uploaded next Saturday. It will be uploaded on the upcoming Wednesday, because the actual pay-per-view will be on the Saturday. I've been Chevy Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon for our next episode of the Universe mode. I don't know why. Bye.